I am kind of sick today. But I wanted to make a post. Yeah, my room's a mess. It's because I was looking for something I didn't have time to clean up afterwards. Um, so, I went down to Clearfield this weekend to help Brady and Matt move again. And seeing my friends go through such struggle is painful. Extremely painful because I know what it's like to be in that situation. But I was able to see my brother Danny. That usually doesn't happen because he's so busy. We were talking about the legacy. We were talking about Xavier because Joe came down. And I don't know, something, we were talking about the whole situation. And I was telling them about all the things I was doing, and Danny was like, you don't need to do all that. Because there are fathers that do a lot less, and Joe was like, he commended me. Because there are many, he's part of a fatherhood program in the area, and he's like, there are many fathers that don't do a quarter of what you do, and they get their kids, and you're pushing it out. And I don't know if it's because I know I am a minority, and I know that the odds are stacked against me. Honestly, I don't even see it as a race thing. I see it as a me thing. I told Danny this. This has nothing to do with what she's doing, what anybody else is doing. This is what I feel is good enough for my son. I push myself to go the extra mile because I realized before I did what I thought was safe. I stayed in the house. I took care of him, yeah. I learned how to feed him and myself at the same time. Because I can kind of go without food for a while, but it's not healthy. But he can't do that. Like the heat thing. Like the first time I took him outside, it was like maybe 80, 85, close to 90 degrees. I was fine, so I didn't think nothing of it. And whenever I went over to mom number 4, 5, Bev, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I wanted to bring Xavier to see you guys. She goes, you walked over here? It wasn't that far, maybe like a couple blocks, 5, 7. I'm like, yeah. She goes, it's way too hot for that, way too hot for that. And I'm like, I'm fine. Like, this is sickness. I don't sweat this much when it's hot. So I was fine. And I looked at him like, technically he could have been fine too, but she was right. I didn't know. I didn't even think about it. I did what I knew was best, so I kept him inside. Jasmine would be the one who took him out to the park. She'll convince me to go sometimes, and other times I'll be like, hey, let's make a deal. I'll clean up the entire house if I don't have to go outside. Because of an incident that happened way before I even knew who she was. Whenever she was David's girlfriend or whatever. And, I work hard for everything that I have because I have to earn it. It has to be mine. I can't share the credit. And there's not even that. I want my son to look at me and be proud of the mess that I am. Because I'm trying all these things for him. Matter of fact, this weekend I got a car. I got a 2000 Chevy Cavalier, and let me tell you what I had to do to get that car. It's not even the best car, but it was affordable, and the guy was flip-floppity, but like, I got it. It's in my name. I own it, and I don't know what it can do. I barely drove it this weekend. I used it to drive down the Clearfield, and that was it. And that's only like a 20-30 minute drive. And I can't even drive it now because now that it's actually in my name, he took the license plate. I didn't get it inspected, registered, finished paying the damn thing off. It was only $450, and I only have like $200 on me. And that doesn't count the being able to transfer the title over to my name, which was another $110 I almost don't really have. But I have to find a way to make this work. I'm not going to be like robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm paying off debts. Because I hate those things hanging over my head. But the plus side is that I'm making that effort. Because for, almost 2 years? As much as I've done the Second Chance Review, the Better Me Committee, Skills, SAMS, OVR, all the other alphabets of the organizations that I've helped, that has helped me, that I've started and been part of, it didn't seem enough. Because as much as I did all that other stuff, some of the basic stuff I was missing out on. Car, gotten, obtained, and I've been trying to get that for like at least a year and a half. And now I need to figure out how I am going to find a place that I can call my own with my son when I have him. I'm not saying this place is bad, it's not. But I need my own environment that I can control. Absolutely. Not even have, I don't mean like have a say in something. I need to be able to go, well, this isn't happening here. And not have it to be confirmed by the actual head of household. Not that I have a problem with that, but I have to be that man for Xavier. I mentioned before what this represents. There's a story behind this, but I have to be not a good dad, not even a great dad, but I have to be something more. Because he's my son. And if I don't do it for him, and God, I'm sick. I failed my wife and my son one time. I'm never going to let that happen again. In whatever capacity I have left to do it in, I'm not letting it happen again. Even if it kills me. So, excuse me folks, but this guy got shit to do.